Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Arnie. I want to show you today what happens when you're 3 weeks behind picking up your comic book pull. Here we go. I got 3 weeks worth of comics right over here, and I got a couple toys to show you. It's a pretty awesome haul, honestly. Like, here's the thing. My comic book shop is all the way in Milpitas. It's about 45 minutes away from me. And I know I can go to one closer, but I've been loyal to them for like the last 8 years. So I stick with them. But because there's not as much income actually driving over there and doing that, it's like I don't really want to spend the money on field drive over, so they ship me my books that have been like 3 weeks it's been like 3 weeks. So yeah, here we go. There's a bunch. Just kind of like show you all of them, and then I'll show you the toys at the very end. So first one is this Green Lantern 100-page spectacular. It's the 80th anniversary of Green Lantern. Technically not of Hal Jordan, but of Alan Scott. So that's kind of important to note that it's Green Lantern as a whole, not just the one that everyone knows. I got this cover because this cover is really cool. It's one of those things where it's like they incentivize you to buy all the covers. There's like one through all the ages from 1940, I believe, all the way to today. So this is the only one that I bought. I really like this cover. It's just really cool. Here's another 80th anniversary issue. It's another 100-page spectacular. This time it's the Joker. So I got only this cover because it reminds me of just those like horror kind of stuff. Bill Sienkiewicz did this one, so this one's pretty cool. I've actually been liking these a lot because it's like you don't really need to know the continuity currently going on right now, so you can just dive straight in. And then there's like 8 stories or whatever. Here we go. This is Marvel Snapshots. I kind of just added this in because I needed to get the free shipping over. So I don't really know much about this, but I know that Mark Russell writes some of it, I guess. I'm a big Mark Russell fan. If you haven't read anything of his, he's written Prez, Snagglepuss. It's writing Wonder Twins right now, which is really funny. So if you like funny, watch that or read that. Inferior 5, they just threw this in. I don't know anything about it, but it's by Jeff Lemire, first issue. And then I got this other one, Action Comics, during that Year of the Villain Dark Gifts storyline. I completely skipped that, and it's mostly because I'm not a big Michael Bendis fan. Yeah, I stopped the big events because Michael Bendis went on to DC, and it was like, I don't really care much for him. He's okay. I like the all-new X-Men, but that's about it. Batman Beyond. So I'm a big fan of this run. It's really good, just fun comic book read. Specifically, I always ask to get the Francis Manapul covers because he's been my favorite since I read him in Flashback when the New 52 started. Justice League Dark, this is one of my favorite ones also. And Thor, if you haven't reading Thor, this is very good. Donny Cates writes Thor right now, and he writes Venom. And this is really epic. I really like it a lot. I don't want to spoil it because the first issue is very cool, and it's the whole premise for the storyline so far. Really good. I've been wanting to get this for a while. I know nothing about it. I read the first Metal, and I thought it was okay. I liked it for the most part. I like the character designs of everything, but yeah, it's a really cool, shiny cover. Excited to read that. This Batman has a scythe, so that's cool. Yeah. Got this 92 art germ of Punchline. Mostly got this because of the hype around Punchline. I stopped reading Batman after King left because I'm not a big fan of Tinian, even though I have Justice League Dark. But I've heard that it's pretty good, but also just looking to save money, so I cut Batman from my subscription list. So the rest of these comics are from the Black Label stuff, and I like more of the Black Label stuff more than the regular monthlies, simply because, I don't know, it's just kind of better, in my opinion. And they're over in like 3 or 4, so it's easier to digest. So this one is Criminal Sanity #2. I got the first one, and I thought it was cool. It's like this crime noir kind of thing. It's very interesting. It puts Harley Quinn in the role of a psychological profiler for the police department. So that's cool. That's interesting. So I got both of those, I thought, or maybe there's only #2. I think there's only #2s out. And I also just finished the first issue of Joker Killer Smile. I've had it in my list for such a long time, and I finally read it. And I figured, you know what, I might as well just finish them up. So I got book 2 and 3. And the thing also is apparently there's a sequel to it, Killer Smile. I don't really know anything other than the first issue. And the first issue was okay, but I mostly got it just because Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino were on this book, and I love their work together ever since Green Arrow during a head run, as well as Old Man Logan when they were working together. So yeah, there's that. And of course, my favorite, this is probably my favorite book right now, is Wonder Woman Dead Earth. This one is super cool. The premise is that Wonder Woman wakes up way into the future in some sort of time capsule, and the world is completely obliterated. It's like a wasteland or something, or a nuclear wasteland, and she wakes up and she helps the population. It's like almost like Conan the Barbarian, or like that sort of thing, and all the heroes are dead. She's the only hero around, so it's really cool. Like, if you can, I think you probably can, but get the first 2 issues and get this 3rd issue. There's only 4, but this is definitely my favorite Black Label book and favorite comic book in general right now. So that's the comics, and that's a pretty good stack of comics right over there. That's 3 weeks of comics. Look at that right there. And it takes me a long time to read comics, guys. I push it off for so long because there's also trades, there's also TV shows, there's also video games, there's also editing, and it's like, where do I find time to read these 4-color funnies, right? So that's the comic books. Let me show you the toys that I got, because these are pretty awesome. Only got 1 technically, but also 2, and I'm pretty excited to show you this. So a little background on this is that I've been trying to collect this toy for the last 2 years, but it's been really hard to find this toy because of, it's 2 things. Mattel lost the license to making DC toys, and also during this time, Mattel's distribution to toy stores was awful. It was terrible. You couldn't find anything anywhere. It's very limited. So I finally found this Superman, this Absolute Justice Superman. I bought it for $30 off of eBay, which is not too bad. It's $20 is the original retail price, and I'm only usually willing to pay $10 over retail unless it's a toy that I really want, which is very rare. So got this for 30 bucks. It's an okay figure, it's not bad. Mattel does a better job in their last waves to make better quality products. So unfortunately, there's that. But the thing about this figure is that it goes for like 50 bucks plus all the time now, and it's only because it's so hard to find, and all because it's the last piece to finish Lobo. This is the toy that I was talking about, and this Lobo over here, oh man, like, it is so good. Mattel in their very last waves really hit it out of the park. They did a great job, and their earlier waves in the red boxes were god-awful. I don't know why anyone thinks they're good. Even their Build-A-Figures are not very good, but once the blue boxes started coming out, this quality started jumping up, and it's a shame that that was the very last year that they had the license, because this Lobo is really good. Like, I mean, they're all different plastics from the Marvel Legends, and it might be a turnoff, but in terms of the paint, the face sculpt, how it looks, this is amazing. So I finally finished completing this. I have all the figures in that wave except for Green Lantern Kyle Rayner, but I don't really care. I didn't even really want this guy. I just wanted to build Lobo. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Right over here, finishing this dude up. Such a long time, finally finished him. Also, if you want to, I have a video where I assemble him all together. It's on my Instagram, it's on IGTV. I randomly posted because I was too excited to make it like a proper video, so I shot on my phone. But yeah, guys, that is my comic book haul, my toy haul for like the last few weeks or so. Not too massive. I haven't really been buying too much toys, well, that's technically a lie because I did buy all this stuff, and it's mainly because I've been building something else. And I'll show you really quick what it is. So right over there, right next to my slippers, is that. Bring me closer to a look over here. I'm building my first PC. So using all these stuff, probably gonna make a video just to assemble it, just to help other people who are building. I'm set to be building that like maybe next week or so. I just got another credit card, and that's mostly just because I wanted to get the extra $200 points or whatever to pay for something else. But I'm almost done with compiling everything. I wanted to buy them slowly so I can pay them off slowly because income is slow. But I've been wanting to build a computer for a while because the computer I have is an awful computer. I never buy anything from Dell because their products are awful and their customer support will fight you when your product is broken. There you go. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you like the stuff over here, then make sure to subscribe on my YouTube and also follow me on my Instagram at @TheNerdBuster. Until next time, guys. Adios.